fuck, what is that song? I Will Always Love You.
Well, I appreciate that, Bob. We just broke into recording too, so I hope we picked right up at that.
The first word was the F word.
I thought it was "I Will Always Love You." It was either directed to me or Rich. I'm not entirely sure who.
Well, hey, I'll let you guys figure that one out. You can fight over me. Fight over who has to have
I would fight over you, but you just said you placed fifth, and that's really just fourth loser. So Tom can have you.
I was in the top 25%.
It's pretty good. Yeah, we saw we broke into a conversation. Bob apparently did some.
Did Tom freeze?
I think he did.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Which is funny because he froze and Danielle didn't, and they're on the same fucking network.
It is.
And we're just looking at Tom making his doofy ass face.
Breaking news: Beyonce just won the Grammy for something or other, making her the most award-winningest Grammy artist of all time.
Most award-winning tranny artist?
No. Grammy.
Granny?
Grammy.
Like granny panties?
No.
Tom, you froze for like.
How dare you disrespect Beyonce?
Yeah.
Did you also see that I can't ever say her name right, but is it Viola Davis? Got the EGOT.
Wow. Well, that's even
I have
better.
no
than
idea
Beyonce.
what an EGOT is.
I had to ask the same question earlier.
You win it. Emmy, Grammy. Yeah, go ahead.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There's only like 18 people that have ever done it.
That's cool. The only thing I've seen is that, and I can never say her name correctly, BB Rexa, I believe is how you say it, looked fucking amazing in her dress.
She's done some stuff for WWE before.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd like to have her do some stuff for me.
I'm boycotting it because apparently Taylor Swift wasn't nominated for Midnight, whatever the fuck that album was called.
She wasn't nominated?
No, she got snubbed.
I forgot you're a Swift. Is it a Swiftie or a Swiffer? What are you, Rich?
I don't know.
Swiftie. Hey, man, I'm a Swiftie.
I don't know. I thought it was a Swiffer. Whatever.
No, that's what Richie uses to clean up after he's done paying his respects to Taylor Swift.
Whatever you call it, where you turn the volume down on the video when you watch it.
So anyway, I guess we're talking music tonight.
Yeah, we broke right into music, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's because you and your hot sauce karaoke thing.
Dude, again, don't know what the fuck was in that hot sauce, but I swear to God, it hurt. I told the one dude, I didn't know if it hurt worse going down or coming back up. I'm thinking probably coming back up it hurt more because my whole chest was on fire. I thought maybe I was having a heart attack. And I was really bummed out that that's how I was going to die,
Yeah. How's that obit going to read? He lived a good life. He keeled over doing hot sauce karaoke.
Dumbass, local dumbass dies during hot sauce contest.
No, Florida man. Can we call you Florida man?
Well, here it would be local dumbass. In the news, it would be Florida man. And that would piss me off even more than anything else. That would be the ultimate insult. That would piss me off more than the fact that I died doing hot sauce karaoke. It would be the fact that I'd be referred to as Florida man.
It would be
although
before the Super Bowl too.
I was just going to say that if he died before, it guarantees a Eagles win because Bob wouldn't.
That's true. I'd be out on the field like angels in the outfield and shit. Yeah. I'd be tripping. Look, man, I love Travis Kelce, but I'd have to trip him.
Was that Tony Danza?
God damn it, fucking was. He was in it. He wasn't the angel, was he?
No, I thought Christopher Lloyd was the angel.
No, that's right. Christopher Lloyd was the angel, and Tony Danza was the coach. Or was he the coach or the player?
I thought he was the boss.
I don't remember.
He is the boss, but that particular movie.
Actually, Angela's the boss.
He's also the garbage picking field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then his mule kicked some field goals too. Tony Danza and his mule.
And his mule.
If you know, you know.
Just look, he's not an asshole. It's the other guy that's an asshole. Chachi.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio.
Yeah,
Ralph
not Ralph
Macchio's a
Macchio.
douchebag.
Not Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio is awesome.
So we got
I thought Ralph Macchio was Chachi.
Scott Baio.
Yeah.
God,
Scott
Ayo.
Baio.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio was the Karate Kid.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's
awesome.
like he's also
Don't speak ill of
isn't he
him.
like Macho like 60 years old now?
They're all 60 years old. Yeah.
Is that crazy? Let's see. Ralph Macchio age. Yeah, he's 61. It's insane.
Yeah, don't mind me, guys. During
Good
this
Lord.
episode, if you hear munching, I'm eating fucking Thin Mints because I bought 6 boxes and I haven't gotten to eat any because everyone else in my house is fucking eating them all. So I got like 3/4 of a box to myself, and I'm making sure they're gone before the end of the night.
I was smart and ate a protein bar before we started recording so I could record without my mouth full. I'm professional.
I am eating the world's biggest Ferrero Rocher, or whatever you say it.
Hmm.
I told Tom earlier, I was like, I don't think that like when people give these to their kids' teachers that they actually expect them to eat them.
Hey, speaking of food,
All right, so we got
did you guys see those new the most Oreos ever?
I saw a picture of it.
That's not what they're called. That's not what they're called. But I actually just bought a pack. I'm gonna eat them tomorrow. Oh, they are. It's the most Oreo. It's cookies and cream flavored Oreos, and they're like quadruple stuffed.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cream.
I'm probably old, but that doesn't look appetizing at all. It looks kind of disgusting.
Oh, dude, I can't
What
fucking.
are they called?
I can't wait.
The most Oreo.
I'm probably gonna die eating that.
Thank you for putting the link.
Oreo.com/most-Oreo-Oreo.
Or you
Good
just
for
go to
Oreo
Target.
for making it easy Oreo.
Yeah, that was a good URL.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
I would totally eat that.
They're 2 for $8 at Target right now.
So
We
they're
don't have
out?
them, Bob.
Yeah, they're out.
Thanks.
Yeah, we don't have a Target.
Wow, I got like 5 of them. That I like walk to almost.
Look, man, I keep telling you fuckers to move down here. We've got 2 Wawas, 2 Targets, and we're getting another Wawa.
Hey,
And
we're
you got-
getting Wawa.
And you got DeSantis and
Well.
Florida Swamp.
I mean, listen, I'm trying to talk
Let's
about
move
the
down here. We can't read books.
Well, that's why they're so sorely needed, because they're education professionals.
Yeah.
They would be able to come down here and teach these dumbass hick kids how to fucking do things that aren't dumbass hick things.
All I'm saying is
a
if-
good Saturday night is hot sauce karaoke.
Yep.
If the
Fuck you.
future of the youth rests on us, good luck.
I thought about doing the veteran, like the fast track to teaching down here, and then they started canceling classes, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to teach? Like,
You
can't
don't
talk
wanna do
about this,
that.
can't talk about that. All right,
don't
well, I
wanna-
guess I'll teach.
All right, so we were talking Grammys earlier, and I do want to get into a gaming conversation a bit here. One of the reasons why I've got Danielle on here, but Grammys. What are we? I know Rich, you and I did some David Crosby stuff, a while ago, with his recent passing. But what are we all listening to these days? What's? I know we talk about this every once in a while, but let's just kind of go around here. Like, what's in your playlist right now? What are you doing? What's your Grammy list right now? What are you listening to?
Well, I'm going to start first real quick.
Yeah, go.
I've been going to the gym, and I've been trying to listen to my own music as opposed to the stuff that's over the loudspeakers. And I've been experimenting with it. And I started out with Apple's playlist. Didn't like any of them, so I decided to go through Rob Zombie's playlist, or his whole discography. I started with White Zombie stuff, and I decided that White Zombie's really good for the gym. And the first 2 Rob Zombie albums, And then he starts getting less heavy metal and more like melodic hard rock, and it just doesn't work out as well for. I mean, still good music, but not for working out. And then I've also been trying to put together my list of top 10 albums, and I was trying to decide which Pink Floyd album I thought was best. And I think I decided it's
Wish You Were
Wish You
Here.
Were Here. Yeah, is over
Yep.
over Dark Side.
I agree. Dude, I saw that list. I was like, you're hitting it exactly how I did.
Dark Side is really good, but I just think Wish You Were Here is just a little better.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like Rob Zombie. I miss Rob Zombie. I don't know if he's still doing music. I know he did that Monsters, and that was horrible, but now we're getting away from music.
Yeah, well, he's doing more. It seems like he stopped doing music, and he's doing more directing.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a lot more directing. He was part of the new Monsters.
I told Maya, what are you guys listening to?
Yeah, Rich was talking about Rob Zombie. I know that.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd. And then his Pink Floyd, his listing of their albums. So I have been listening to. I just found out for some reason. Did you know that Mark Morton, one of the guitarists from Lamb of God, did an album with like all different guest musicians on it?
No, I did not know that one.
No, so like 2019, he did this album, and one of the songs on it is one of the last songs that Chester from Linkin Park recorded, and it's fucking awesome. It's called Cross Off. And it's really good. So I've been listening to that. And speaking of Rich and I and our fandom of Taylor Swift, the Antihero remix with the Bleachers. I've been listening to that, and that's not me joking around. Like I actually have been. Dream Window, which is the Foo Fighters band that they made up for their movie Studio 666. And then Kill 'Em All.
You can't go wrong with Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Such a good album.
Yeah. So.
Daniel, what about you? What are you listening to right now?
Absolutely nothing.
That's what you're supposed to say. I'm listening to the Noise Brigade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that. Copy and paste.
Yeah, lie, Daniel.
You're not listening to anything? Nothing strikes your fan? No, you're listening to music and stuff. Come on now. Nothing?
I mean, been listening to like 6.
Yeah, see, that's something.
Soundtrack, but and I got the brilliant idea to set my alarm to 80s music, so it like plays a random 80s song every morning, and then sometimes it automatically starts playing in my car when I'm driving. So sometimes it's 80s music, but a lot of times I just listen to the radio.
So let me ask you this: have you ever woken up to "My Baby Takes the Morning Train"?
No, but I have gotten rickrolled, and that's really great, really awesome.
I gotta say though, I didn't realize we were talking podcast stuff too. So obviously, I do listen to our podcast, especially when I'm not on it. I like to listen to see how much shit you guys talk on me. So I have been listening to our podcast, and obviously the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelsey.
You should listen to it when you're not here, so you can figure out how to elevate yourself to the level that we get to.
Oh, hey, I'm learning every day.
All right. So, anything else, Danielle? Anything you're listening to other than that?
The Kid Craddock Show.
There you go.
Kid Chronic?
That's about it. What?
Did you say Kid Chronic?
No, Kid Craddock.
Kid Craddock.
He's a long-time DJ. You never heard of him?
But he's dead now, but like the show keeps going.
Speaking of dead DJs, Jerry Blavitt died a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the Geeter with the heater.
Philly hero.
Local Philly legend.
Much respect.
So I don't listen to many I don't even listen to our own podcast anymore. What a shame. I mean,
Is that why our fucking listeners went down, you dick?
Probably. I actually stopped because of the editing stuff. You know, it's we're doing a little more content, so going through and I like to listen to it. It's like I hate to say it, but it's like I've already listened to it, so I gave up on it.
No, look, I don't blame you. It pains me to hear my own fucking voice. So.
But now I'll run through just a few artists on my playlist. I happen to go through spurts, obviously, and what I'm listening to as far as style wise. So I don't know that any of these or that anyone has heard of any of these, but here we go. Dynatron, Home, We Are Magonia, Anders Egner Jensen, Argyle Park, Voitions, Marvel 83, Soul Extract, Cell Dweller, Garth Knight, and yeah, that's it. So that's
I've heard of the Anders Jensen guy.
I've heard of Marvel 83.
So
and you said the Cellar Dwellers?
Yeah, Cell Dweller. Yeah.
Cell Dweller.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, there is a song. You guys, I don't know how into it you guys would be, but it's I think it's super good. It's not like any of the shit that I said I was listening to before. But it's called True Love. It's by Tobias Jesso Jr. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's like a mellow song. It's just basically the dude in a piano, and it's really good. So highly recommend it.
Cool. One of the reasons I was talking to Danielle late last week, and I said, hey, you got to hop on the pod because Danielle, if you want to kind of get into what you've been doing again, game wise, and I think it'll open up for another conversation. But Danielle has found a newfound interest with content creation with The Sims. And Danielle, do you want to kind of get in a little bit with your history and then what you're doing now with it, and then we can kind of dive deeper?
I mean, yeah. I think it was like, so I've been playing The Sims since like they first came out. So like I was like 16, 17 years old, like when I started playing them. So I've played the game since the very beginning. And I can't remember, I think it was either Sims 2 or Sims 3. I figured out how to make custom content, and I would go, and it was really fun because I'd put it online and then just watch like the downloads, you know, like who else was enjoying my stuff. And then like I've been trying to get back into
the opposite of the Noise Brigade.
The what?
Oh, so the opposite of the Noise
Yeah,
Brigade.
actually, it's kind of funny. So, and Danielle was actually The Sims 2, and I recall this distinctly. So she was making content, and it was for that game, and I'm not kidding you. Like the downloads were over 6 figures.
Shit.
Yeah, it was legitimate. It was pulling legitimate numbers, much unlike what we're doing here.
Well, hey, we're up to 1,974 listens.
Cool.
Yeah, and this was back in 2009. That's what it was. So, but I had this whole thing where, like, I would take real paint colors and I would make it into the game so that, like, if you were thinking of like, oh, I want to paint my house this color, you could actually do it in The Sims, and like nobody else did that. I mean, obviously, I probably shouldn't have used like real paint colors, but I have been trying with The Sims 4 since The Sims 4 came out, trying to figure it out. And for some reason, I mean, me and Tom sat down and tried to figure it out, and we couldn't get it. And then this past week, I finally figured it out. And now, like, I have 4 paint collections ready to get uploaded once they are approved. But it's kind of like, okay, I mean, it took me a while to get back to it, but it's kind of like opened up that whole like different level of enjoying the game.
And that was kind of the second part that wrapped around. So Bob, you tagged me, Danielle, and Rich on a Facebook post for Stop Soldier Suicide, and it was a gaming challenge during February 17th to the 24th, and it was to game 30 hours, and basically just bring awareness to a very noble cause, obviously. Hence, mental awareness, mental health, mental awareness, and for about basically stop soldier suicide. So, but Danielle brought up a really good point. She's like, "Can I play The Sims?" And I said, "Why not? It's a game." And I'm really curious on both of your guys' takes as to, because there is a segment of the gaming community that thinks simulation games don't count.
No, I absolutely, dude, it counts. You can't see, that's the problem, and that's problems we run into in every aspect of any kind of fandom, is this bullshit gatekeeping mentality where, oh, my shit's valid but your shit isn't. And that's the toxic bullshit that keeps people from actually enjoying what they want to enjoy. Like, oh, I don't want to play that game because if I play that game, people are going to think I'm this or I'm that, or I'm not a hardcore gamer. Look, we all have been playing games since fucking we were old enough to hold a controller, right? I'd say we're pretty damn hardcore gamers for what we do. We're not just sitting there playing Madden and Call of Duty, you know. So, but even if we weren't, we're not. I mean, we're not going to sit here and say, "Oh, you're not a gamer. You just play Candy Crush," or "You're not a gamer. You just play." Look, man, is it hurting you that person's playing that game and calling themselves a gamer? Fucking no. So shut the fuck up and let them have fun. This world is so full of misery and hatred and just shit that if somebody finds enjoyment in something, let them fucking have it.
Yeah, and Rich, I was curious to see what your take was on that too, like simulation games. I know we've had that whole topic as a podcast before, quite a while ago, and I know Danielle, you were on that one, but it's gaming, right? I mean, yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like what Bob said. I don't like The Sims, but it's still a game. It counts. I mean, you're having fun. You're killing time. Whatever.
Yeah. That was a comment I made to Danielle. I said, look, Bob and I have poured countless hours into a game called Baseball Mogul. And for Christ's sake, it's a text-based simulator. I mean, Rich, I know you've done it too. You've played plenty of text-based simulators.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's gaming. That's how gaming started. I mean,
Zork, for fuck's sake.
Exactly.
I was thinking Lemonade Stand and Drug Wars.
Drug Wars.
And ripoff.
It's hard for me to sit there and even hear people say that, because Bobby made the comment like, oh yeah, the Madden and the Call of Duty, folks, because that's exactly the segment of the gaming population that's saying that. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, yeah, I'm a ranked player at Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, whatever, and you sit there and you play The Sims like you're not a real gamer. Like, that's crap. Like, some of the stuff I've seen, Danielle showed me with that stuff is just ridiculous. Like, I couldn't, I'm not that creative. I couldn't do that. I'd be lucky not to kill a family within the first week of playing the game.
Well, and to put it into perspective too, and I hate to even say this because my husband's on this and he probably has not thought about it in this way, but somebody went and added up all the expansion packs and all the game packs and everything, and just for The Sims 4 it's over $1,000. And that's not counting the fact that, as I said, I've been playing The Sims since I was 17 years old, and I bought pretty much everything that's come out. So it's to spend that much money on something and then be told that you're not a gamer. And it's kind of because I don't like shooting stuff. Okay.
I've never played a Madden game. And I've only played the second Call of Duty game because people at work were playing it, so I joined the thing. I don't like the Call of Duty games because I don't want to play and this sounds stupid, but I don't want to play a modern war kind of game. Like I don't want to, especially the one where you're going through the airport shooting people. That's just not something I want to do. And then Madden, I just don't like sports, so that's why I don't play sports games. But I've sunk hundreds of hours throughout the years in the Minecraft, which is a game that really has. There's a goal, you're trying to get to the end, but nobody plays it that way. You're just building shit. It's Legos, but digital, and it's just so relaxing. And I was going to say the only games I don't consider games are those ones that you see the ads for on your phone that pop up, and then you go to download it, and then it's not the same game that was in the ad.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that because I've done that several times. I'm like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, or like you do like one move, and then there's an ad, and then like another move, and then there's another ad.
It's not even that one where you pull the little, like, oh, if you move this, and it's like a brain game, and then you open it up, and it's like bejeweled with ads. Like what?
Right?
What?
No, that's dude. That I want to play that game.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
The game from the fucking. But the only one I can find, I found one on Android when I briefly had an Android phone, and it was you had to pull it, and then it would make balls go, and you had to try and get them to go into a different. You had to make your balls drop.
You're saying this while Richie's camera is
focused
down. That's why I'm laughing.
So
I keep blowing my nose and stuff, and I'm trying not to.
But it was just I don't know. It still wasn't quite what it looked like. You know what the ads show. But that was kind of my point too. Is even though we're hardcore gamers, quote unquote, I know we've all played shitty mobile games. And people talk shit on people who I play this and this on my phone. Okay, cool. You're a gamer too. You're just as much a gamer as doesn't matter if look, how many Super Mario Brothers games have I beaten? A lot of them. You know what one I still haven't beaten? The fucking very first one. Never to this day. Still have not beaten Super Mario Brothers.
I can't talk to you anymore. I'm offended.
What a loser.
Yeah.
But people can't it's this gatekeeping shit that ruins everything for everybody. And everybody feels like they're more qualified. Look, remember when we were in high school, right? And, I only listen to punk music. I only listen to metal. If you listen to anything other than metal, you're a pussy. That kind of bullshit. It's that same fucking behavior all over again.
Or whether or not Green Day's I listened to Green Day when they were punk.
Right.
Yeah, they were so cool before 1994, man. Look, I've always been very of the mindset of, look, if whatever makes you happy, playing, listening, watching, whatever. Obviously, just it's in the bounds of legality here. But it always cracked me up though with exactly what you're saying, Bob. With it's the gatekeeper mentality, and it sucks. It's like I think you see that in just about everything. Just between the shows that you watch, the movies that you like, the books that you read, the whatever. It's like, this one's that much better, or you misinterpreted it because this is what it really means, and it's like, well, maybe that's not what it meant to me,
right?
And it's I don't know. Look, the simulation gaming to me is a wonderful aspect of the gaming culture, mainly because I love the sim gaming. We've talked about it here before in an episode and throughout different episodes. So I certainly think that's very worthy of saying that's not only part of a challenge, but that's just a huge aspect of gaming. Hell, a lot of us got our start playing games like Sim City, for Christ's sake. And I mean, it's evolved. That's a game. It's the same thing. I mean,
I think Dave Grohl put it best. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but basically what he was saying was, I don't believe in guilty pleasures. He said, if you like a song, you listen to the song. If you like doing something, you do it. And, nobody should be able to make you feel guilty for liking something. So that's always just kind of what I've gone with. It's I don't give a shit. You want to watch fucking My Little Ponies and go to brony conventions? Fucking do it, bud. I don't give a shit. You know?
Hey, you know what I just realized?
Hmm.
For somebody that kept on commenting about, like, oh, there's a big game on today, huh? Look who's wearing an Eagles shirt.
Oh, Richie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's routinely worn one on these shows.
Mm-hmm.
He only does that to placate us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because
Yeah,
Richie's got an
well,
Eagles shirt on. Danielle's got the Eagles background. Bob has an Eagles shirt. I have a Phillies hat. Sorry, I just live in Phillies gear.
I've got to
but I
keep
do
my
have the
Eagles-
There you
I've
go.
got to
Sorry,
keep
this is
my
Daniel.
Eagles shirts clean to wear this week to school so that I can harass the kids.
Jesus Christ. Tom, I can't tell if your screen froze again.
Oh no, that was
You were just
no, we're all good. We're all good.
Capital
Still
punishment.
here.
Is
Now I
this,
was looking through.
this is your Chromebook now, right?
Yeah, so we're on a real machine. Actually, this is my work machine. This is the one I use for everything.
The picture's better too.
Yeah, it's insane, right? So like this computer has basically half the computing power and specs of the Razer notebook I just got off of, and this is just this is an i5. It's it's a Chromebook. It doesn't have much, but yeah, it absolutely blows the Razer out of the water. So I don't know. Go figure.
Maybe you shouldn't be bit mining while you're bit mining. Is that what they call it? Anyway,
Oh, dude, man, you don't make any money doing that anymore.
while you're on the podcast,
You don't make any money doing that anymore.
It's all the NFTs, right?
Yeah, you gotta have you gotta be like making some serious coin if you're if you got the equipment to do that now.
It's all in the Intellivision Amico NFTs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That's how we're gonna make our millions, guys. And Danielle.
Danielle's probably never listened to our talks about it, but I want to hear your thoughts on the Intellivision Amico.
Oh, what?
Danielle.
That was perfect. That's all you need to say.
Yep, that's it.
That's all you need to say.
What is it?
No, that's all you need to say.
Well, you have to start out with the fact that the Switch is too violent for kids to play, and we need something more family friendly than it is.
Yeah, there's what did he say? There's rape and incest on the or some bullshit like that.
So basically, Danielle, the gist of it, somehow we always end up talking about this thing, but here we go. So the gist of it is there's a video game music composer who decided that he would relaunch the Intellivision brand, I guess, with a new video game system that was family friendly because the Nintendo Switch was not family friendly enough. And he decided to use hardware that was basically new about 10 years ago. But he's gotten in a lot of trouble. And yeah, it's looks like vaporware.
What is this thing called?
The Intellivision Amico.
I still remember. What's funny is I remember like a few years back, they were even doing pre-orders at GameStop.
Yep.
Yeah, it was supposed to be something legit.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back. The first time we brought it up, I think we talked about it and probably somewhat of a not favorable, but like, this is interesting.
Right. No, we did. We definitely talked about it because we talked about the Amico. We talked about, was that the same time we talked about the Evercade and all that stuff too?
No, I think we talked about the Evercade a little bit later, maybe. I don't know. We've done so many episodes, kind of all just runs together.
Was this like an old system?
The Intellivision was an old system.
Yeah,
I'm asking because they have a thing on eBay for a vintage 1979 Intellivision system.
No.
Well, yeah, you're not going to find it on eBay because it's never going to come.
I wasn't looking on eBay. It came up on the Google.
Oh, okay.
search.
Well, no, you can buy the games for it on eBay.
Oh yeah, well yeah, the games that you had the
quotes.
the quote unquote games.
The cases with the cards in it.
Yeah, with the lenticular cards and the coin.
All right, what am I looking at? Is this it?
Does it have the two little controllers with the screens and the little wheel on it?
If only we could share this in a chatty thing somewhere.
I'm getting in there. I was copying and pasting it.
I meant for us
Right,
to
this
share it with
this
you.
is the old.
Oh, that's the old one. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
that's actually a legitimate system.
Yes.
Okay, is that not
That's
what
a
I
real-
asked? I asked, was this a actual system?
So this one was, yes. But this is the only thing this has to do with the new one is it shares the name.
Yeah.
It shares the Intellivision name. So the Amico is
This bubble looking thing.
yeah, it's a fucking
Italian
piece
friend.
of vapor hardware. I don't even know what the hell you would call it.
They look
Just-
like really old cell phones.
Yeah, well, that's what it's
Exactly.
made out of.
Yeah.
So
That was the whole thing. Like this guy sold this thing or tried to sell this thing as being a new fandangled. This is going to be now he didn't say this was going to beat like the current gen consoles, but this was sold as to be a new deal and under the hood. Ooh,
yeah,
far from it.
yeah. Under the hood, it's a 2014 bargain bin Android phone.
Yeah, it's like the tablets that you would get at like Office Depot. Like
I was gonna say Dollar General.
oh yeah, the Dollar General. Well, they sell. Yeah, they did. They sell the.
I'm
cell
sure
phones.
they did. I mean, and
That's what it is. The Intellivision Amico is made out of burner cell phones from Dollar
Yeah.
General.
that's what it is, dude.
I
It's three of them duct taped together.
don't know. I have to Photoshop that one. Stop.
But yeah, it's so anyway. So this thing, it was supposed to come out. It was supposed to be the family-friendly competition for the Wii, and because the Wii, and this was literally what they were saying is that it's too violent. There's games about rape and incest and all this other bullshit on there. And
You can play Night Trap on a Switch now.
well, yeah, but like they were trying to make it like the Switch was the mature system, and how this was going to take over, and it was going to be revolutionary, and it was going to be this and that, and then come to find out that they don't even really have a working prototype of it because
They have a working pro. It just doesn't work well.
well, yeah, fair enough. All right. So what they did is instead of like when they did their tech demo, they had to say, "Oh, I forget what the excuse was, but basically, it was he was doing the moves on the controller, and it was taking forever for it to happen on the screen because it was the input lag was so fucking bad, and people started finding out like what's it called? Tech Art. Fuck, what is that website?
Tech Radar. Or,
Maybe it was Tech Radar or Tech Argonet.
oh, Ars Technica.
Ars Technica. There we go. They found out through paperwork that Intellivision filed with the U.S. Patent Office. They found the specs of the machine and they posted them online and said, "Look, this is like a piece of shit." And the Tommy Tallarico sued them for reporting the truth about the system because it made them look bad. Like, it's been such a shit show, the whole thing. And like random ass YouTubers are going after people that talk shit, and then you come to find out that it's because they all invested in the Amico. Tommy Tallarico went to them and begged them for money, and they all invested. And then so they started trying to get like almost like a pyramid scheme where they tried to get people to buy in through their YouTube channels. And like Tommy Tallarico picked the one guy up in his Ferrari or whatever and like took him to the offices and showed him shit. And now the offices are all closed down because they got backed up on their rent and stuff. Like the whole thing is a goddamn shit show, and they're suing anybody that talks bad about it. So I can only assume that if anyone ever hears this, we're going to get a cease and desist.
Probably, yeah. They know you should do your due diligence and really research it because it's pretty interesting because it's a really shady side of what we've been talking about here. You know, like the wonderful gaming industry.
One of the people's arguments was to because Pat the NES punk was talking shit on it, and one of the guys' arguments was Tommy Tallarico has a Ferrari. Tommy Tallarico has how much money in his bank? Pat doesn't have that much money, and it's like, okay, cool. So that means that his system's gonna be good, even though it's 3 fucking burner cell phones taped together. No, that's wrong. You're a dumbass, and your fucking argument sucks.
All right, so let's see. We've done a little bit of music.
That was a great TED talk, by the way. Great.
Thanks.
We've done gaming. We've done Tommy Tallarico again. Pretty much sums up.
So while we're on gaming, what have you guys been playing?
Ooh, yeah. Rich, what are you doing? You're just sitting over there silently.
Well, right before we started tonight, I was playing Arcade Paradise. I think it was called Arcade Paradise. The one where you take over, your dad wants you to run a laundromat, and there's a couple arcades in the back when you start the laundromat, and you have to go through and like you clean the laundromat. You're doing loads of laundry, swapping them between whatever. But then you're also making money and then building out the arcade in the back of the laundromat. And you get into that repetitive gameplay where you're got your daily chores you got to do to earn the money and it's kind of addictive. It's very addictive gameplay. So that was kind of fun. I started playing God of War 2018, the one where it's Norse mythology. And that's okay, but it's a little difficult. I find it hard. So I stopped playing that for a while. Went to something easier. But the arcade one's good. I like it.
Whose mouse is spinning like that?
Oh, it's me. It's
I was gonna say I think it's Richie's.
Yeah, it's not a mouse. I'm playing with a little
wind up toy. Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that's what it is. I was like, what the hell is that?
Is it Robbie the robot?
Not Robbie, but a little Tomy robot. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
We kept trying to figure out what the hell that was.
The only reason why I could figure it out was because the blue line, the little blue like circle was popping up when he wasn't saying anything, and every time the sound made.
And poor Rich, I'm sorry, but I was like, man, Richie's sinus is really screwed up.
Speaking of that, Tom, the kids told me that you snored last night.
No, it was totally Coben.
You kept on waking them up.
Totally Coben. Coben was right next to me. It was totally Coben. Blaming him.
Nope. Katie said it would be one snore and then he would stop.
Is Coben the dog?
No, they had a Cub Scout
lock-in. Yeah, Coben's the Cub Scout master.
And they all couldn't. Tom took the kids, and they all couldn't fit on the inflatable mattress, so Tom slept on the floor.
Yeah, nice hard gym floor. My poor back has been shot all day.
Fun.
So,
all right.
Cheers.
Danielle, what have so The Sims 4, and what else have you been playing? Anything else, or?
I go back and forth. Like you can ask Tom this. Like I get into like obsessive mode where on like one game or another. So like some days all I want to do is just play Planet Zoo, and then other days it's like now I'm getting back into The Sims. But like I mean that's about it. Best Fiends is like my mindless on my phone game. But that's about it.
Okay. How about you, Tom?
I have Rich to thank for Vampire Survivors, obviously. Probably spent 2 hours playing that today. I've effectively beaten the game, although I don't know that you can actually beat it, because now I'm playing like hyper mode and all sorts of different stuff that I've learned. All I know is the developer behind that game is a man after my own heart. I know that. The guy must be around either our age or just has a really staunch appreciation for games that we all grew up with. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I've been playing that on my phone. But as far as on the Switch or any system, console, PC, I think I talked about it last time. I've been playing some of the Genesis stuff that's on the Switch online, columns, playing GoldenEye on the 64 online. Nothing new other than the mobile stuff. Just really, that's really been about it. What about you, Bob?
Well, I loaded up my EverDrives. So Peyton and I got into a little Mario Kart 64 and some Pokemon Stadium the other day. Playing some updated Tecmo Super Bowl, playing Madden, and then most of my gaming time though has been spent getting sunk into Fire Emblem Engage. So, which I can't recommend enough. It's awesome. I've already got the DLC paid for. I'm ready for that. Still waiting for the DLC for Pokemon Violet and Scarlet to get announced, but I've just been getting more use out of my Switch than anything. Although I did load up today, and this is how I knew Rich was playing Arcade Paradise, because I was loading up my PS5 with some stuff, and I played some Stray. Which,
oh, sweet!
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I gotta go back and finish that.
And that's
Talking of Stray.
Speaking of Stray, that's the cat from Stray.
This is also the one that stabbed Katie in the eye.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Actually, speaking of gaming, Danielle and I watched the first episode of Last of Us, the one that was free that you could watch. So I don't know if you guys watched that yet at all.
What's that on?
It's on
HBO.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll slide you my HBO login.
I don't know. That's either. I'm not sure if Danielle's interested in episode 2. That was either a yes or a no. I don't really know.
I am, but I will say that, like, I am severely needle phobic, and all the work that I've done to overcome that completely went out the window during episode 1. I literally turned to Tom and I was like, yeah, this probably was not a good choice. It was not a good choice.
Funny you say needle phobic, because Tuesday is my first appointment at the eye doctor where I get that shot in my eye.
Oof.
And I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Rich is like, funny you say that, because I have the worst possible example ever.
I told Tom though, because when Katie got stabbed in the eye by the cat, they actually had to go and they were dyeing her eye, and I'm like, I don't like eyes. I don't like eyes. I don't like eyes. And Tom was in Chicago the entire time, so it was like.
I've worn contacts for close to 30 years, so it was pretty easy. It's easy for me to do the
wear contacts too.
do the Jim Carrey thing, play with your eyeballs. That's easy to do.
Oh, no, don't do that. I will leave. I will leave. I'm serious.
They said the worst part of the thing is they put your eyes in one of them speculum things that holds it open, like in a Clockwork Orange.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that's the most uncomfortable part of it, is that thing that holds open your eyes. But other than that, they say I should be able to drive home. There might be some slight irritation. And then I got to put drops in for a couple of days.
That means we need to do a little Stanley Kubrick one these days on this. I'm all about Clockwork Orange. Nick was the one that introduced us to that movie.
So I may be I know I'm going to be the outlier here. The only one I've seen is Full Metal Jacket.
Oh.
Ooh.
They're all good.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about Stanley Kubrick at one point.
Wait, you've never seen The Shining?
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've only ever seen Full Metal Jacket. That's the only Kubrick film I've ever seen.
I don't know. Maybe we won't.
Oh no, you guys can do it. Absolutely. No, fucking absolutely have at it. Because I need to see the movies anyway. Those are fucking must watch.
If you're gonna go between The Shining and Clockwork Orange, watch Clockwork Orange. You'll have a lot more fun with it.
Yeah. Oh no, Clockwork Orange is on my list. It's just I have a fucking my backlog for video games is nothing compared to the backlog of movies that I need to watch.
Ooh, I think there you go. I think that's a good episode, is backlog of movies. I also would like, we could tease this out if you guys, because Danielle has also now found the appreciation of this. We have to do an episode on Chat GPT.
Oh my gosh.
Chat GPT is.
We have to. Rich, surely you play with it.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the AI chat, Bob. So like you can give it a prompt.
Here, can I read the one that I did earlier?
Yeah, go ahead. So so Danielle, I want you to close this out by saying, I want you to tell it what you wrote it, and then tell it what it spit out.
Okay, so I've been using this, as I said, like with my walls that I'm making for The Sims, and like to come up with a description, I've been using this AI thing. So like I put in, can you write a description for a beachy collection of paint? And this is what it responded. Bring the serenity of the beach into your home with our beachy collection of paint, featuring a curated palette of soft blues, sandy tans, and sun-kissed coral hues. This collection will transport you to a relaxing day at the shore with just one stroke. Perfect for creating a calm and inviting atmosphere in your living room, bedroom, or any other space in your house. These paints are easy to apply and provide a long-lasting finish. So sit back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself on the beach as you transform your home with the Beachy collection. That's what they came up with. And yes, I did see you laugh when I said one stroke, Bob. I saw it. You didn't think I saw it, but I saw it.
Because it could go either way. So, you can.
I'm telling you, we got to do an episode on it because it's ridiculously fun. Like I sat there 2-3 months ago, and I was giving it like just random prompts for creative writing, and I've never laughed so hard. Like we've done Ask Noise Brigade, we've done the Am I the Asshole from Reddit. Like I'm telling you, this would be like that kind of caliber. Like we could just, now I will say this, like it does not like curse words, it does not like offensive language. You got to be very careful with how you approach this thing. However, if you give it a prompt that's close and it generates something, it will flag itself. Like that's how good it is.
Wait, so it'll curse and then
no, it won't necessarily curse, but it will say, like if you give it something that's like remotely close as a prompt and it generates something, it will flag itself orange, like this might be offensive, blah blah blah,
okay,
that type of thing. It won't curse though.
So it's not turning into a Nazi like the Microsoft chat bot that they put on Twitter, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, that's good. That's good.
No.
The less Nazi AI we have, the better.
But it's so good. Rich, have you messed? You said you messed with it. Like,
I haven't messed with it as much as I've been reading about other people messing with it. We were talking about podcasts earlier. I listened to Off the Hook, the 2600 podcast. It's a hacker magazine. They've been around forever. They did a whole episode where they were doing the same thing. They were feeding it different, like asking about train schedules and getting history of the local trains in New York and a pile of other things, and just what it came up with. People are using it to debug software code too, and it's actually a really good debugger and writing functions in software code.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's not scary, but it's interesting to see how smart it is.
It just reprimanded me. It just reprimanded me. I said, "Can you tell Bob he's immature?" And it said, "As an AI language model, I do not have personal opinions and emotions. However, it is not productive or respectful to insult others. Communication is always better when it is kind, empathetic, and constructive."
Thank you, Chat GPT. You're my friend.
I also asked it who would win the Super Bowl, and it said he can't because the data only goes up to 2021.
Alexa said that the Eagles are going to win.
I did see that, and you know what? After I saw that video, I went and I asked our Google speaker, and it said that it was rooting for the guys in the helmets. That's what it was. I'm rooting for the ones in the helmets.